Bonjour à tous. So today we are going to learn le passé composé. Le passé composé, what does it mean? That means simple past tense in English. So now the thing is, what is simple past tense? Simple past tense means the action that is completed totally in the past. For example, he went to market. You can see here, he went to the market. So went, the action of going, of go, this action, this event is completed in the past. He went to the market. Now if I say I will go to the market, is the action happened in the past? No, that means the happen will take place in the future. If I tell I am going to the market, is it the action that happened in the past? No, that means the action is happening right now. But what is simple past tense? The action that happened in the past and the action completed totally. So that is called simple past tense, and in French, le passé composé. So I think it's clear. Now, how to make a sentence into le passé composé? How to write a sentence in past tense in French? Before going to that, I want to say how to make a sentence into past tense in English. In English, we use subject, then the second form of the verb. Subject plus second form of the verb. So subject, second form, what is that? For example, go. What is the past tense of go or second form? Go, went, gone. So second form is went. Either second form or past form. He went, go, went, gone. So second form went. He went to the market. So you can see here. So subject plus second form of verb. In French, what you have to do? You have to write down subject plus avoir or être. Subject plus avoir or être plus participe passé. What is subject? The doer of the action is called subject. For example, he went to the market. He went to the market. So went, who did this action? He. Or if I say I played football, who did this work of playing? Who completed the action of playing? I. So I is the subject. So I think it's clear what is subject. In English, I, we, you, he, she, it, that, they. In French, je, tu, il, elle, nous, vous, il, elle. Clear? And now, le participe passé. What is le participe passé? It is a form of a verb. Yes, a form of a verb. It's like English past participle form or third form, like go, went, gone. So gone, G-O-N-E, that is the third form of verb. See, saw, seen. So the last one, seen, is the past participle or third form of verb. Or play, played, played. So last, played, that is the third form of verb. In English, we know how to make it, but what about in French? So you know, in French there are three groups of verb: first group, second group, and third group. And each group has its own way to make participe passé. Let's see how to know that which verb from first group ending er. If the ending is er, that verb is from first group. For example, parler, you can see here, parler, manger, habiter, aimer, penser, regarder, and ending are er. These are first group verb. So for the first group verb, you have to remove er. Er, देखो, parler, er removed, and instead of that you have to use e aksategu. So parler, er removed and added parle aksategu. Similarly over there, manger, er removed, e aksategu, manger. Habiter, habiter. Aimer, aimer. Penser, penser. Regarder, regarder. So parler, to talk, manger, to eat, habiter, to live, aimer, to love, penser, to think, regarder, to look at or to watch. So this is the way to make the participe passé of er ending or first group verb. So how to make the participe passé of first group verb? You have to remove er, and instead of that you have to use er. I think it's clear. So what about the second group? How to understand the verb is from second group? The verb that ends with ir, that is from second group. For example, finir. Finir. What is the ending? Ir. Or there is another example. Finir, punir, réfléchir, remplir, réussir, grandir, get it. Now finir. Simply you have to remove the last r. देखो finir, r is removed. What is left? fini, fini. That is the participe passé, fini. Punir. What is the ending? R. Remove r. puni, puni. Réfléchir. R is removed and réfléchir. Remplir, remplir. Réussir, réussir. Grandir, grandir. Guérir, guérir. This is the way to make the participe passé of second group verb. So now, le participe passé of third group verb. How to understand the verb from third group? The verb that ends with ir or re. Ir or re, that is from third group. Most of the third group verbs are irregular. In English, how we make participe passé? By adding ed. For example, play, played, played. Play, play, played, played, third form. Watch, watched, watched. watched, watched. But there are many verbs, those are irregular. Put, third form. What is the third form of put? Put. Go, went, gone. So in English there is also irregular verbs. Similarly in French, most of the third group verbs are irregular except dre ending. If the verb ends with dre, dre will be changed into du. So vendre, vendu. Répondre, répondu. Attendre, attendu. So what you can see, dre, all the dre change into du. Number one. There is another kind of dre. You can see over there, ending is dre. What is their spelling? Either aindre, eindre, oindre. And, if the sound is and, then that won't follow this rule. The first rule, like du, that won't follow these rules. Last में and, then in this case, eindre, that will be changed into eint. Eindre, and eint. Aindre, aint. And oindre, oint. Now what is the pronunciation? That is éteindre, éteindre, éteint, teint. Attendre, atteindre, atteint, teint. Craindre, craint. Joindre, joint. Now, most important, if you see prendre, prompt, or its prefix, then it doesn't follow this rule, du or this rule. So in this case, prompt will be pre. Prompt will be pre, and its prefix prompt, prendre. What is the prefix? Com, prompt, com, prompt. So because of prompt, प्री, देखो यहाँ पे भी फ्रॉन्ट PRIS एंड बिफोर दैट COM फॉर फ्रॉन्ट, PRENDRE फ्रॉन्ट, यहाँ पे देखो PRIS and before that what is prefix AP, so AP is added. So if you say front verb or anything added before that like front, up front, any prefix, then in this case you have to follow this rule. I think what is participe passé for third group DRE ending, it's clear. So there is some important irregular verbs from third group. So for example over there aller, avoir, doesn't follow any rule. You have to remember by heart. Bath, bathu, swazi, écrire, to write, écrit, dormir, dormi, did, the word do, démolir, démoli, and so on. Faire, to do, to make, fait, falloir, fallu, être, été, mettre, me, to put, mourir, mort, and so on. Just you have to remember by heart all these third group irregular participe passé. So these are participe passé. As we have learned how to make le passé composé with a verb, so just forget it for today. So just remember subject plus être plus participe passé. Être, that means to be. So we have knew what is subject, what is participe passé, but what is the conjugation of être? So the conjugation is here, you can see je suis, tu es, il est, elle est, nous sommes, vous êtes, ils sont, elles sont. Again, je suis, tu es, il est, elle est, nous sommes, vous êtes, ils sont, elles sont. Now the sound of this one is vous êtes, not vous êtes. Je suis, I am, tu es, you are, il est, he is, elle est, she is, nous sommes, we are, vous êtes, you are, ils sont, they are, elles sont, they are. Now you can see here le passé composé avec être. Le passé composé avec être. There are 14 verbs and it prefix. Those verbs go with être. And aller is one of them. Well, what is the formula? Subject, être, participe passé. Now you can see here ESS. So we'll discuss later about that. Now aller, that means to go. So what is the past tense of to go? I went. Yes, in English, I went, you went, he went, she went, and so on. But how you will write in French? Well, you have to remember this one. Yes, subject, je. What is after that? Être. And what is the conjugation of être with je? So, je suis. Then participe passé. What is the participe passé? Aller. It is ending with er. So, er will be removed and er साथे go. You can see here aller. So, je suis allé. Next, tu es allé. Il est allé. Elle est allée. Nous sommes allés or nous sommes allés. Vous êtes allés or vous êtes allés. Ils sont allés. Elles sont allées. Now, why I told nous sommes allés? You know there is s and the next word starts with vowel, so it will get connected. Nous sommes allés. Vous êtes allés. Now you can tell that je suis, that means I am, tu es, you are, il est, he is, elle est, she is, nous sommes, we are, and so on. Well, yes, but when you will use with passé composé, it doesn't have any meaning. This verb is using here to make the sentence into passé composé. It doesn't have own meaning in this sentence. Now, what is ESE? Look here, participe passé agrees with gender and number according to subject. So you know this is participe passé. So this is this one. So this one agrees number and gender according to subject. So what is subject? Je. If any boy say I went, je suis allé. If any female says it, she will say je suis allé, I went, with extra e. Tu es allé. If I say a boy, I will say tu es allé without e. If I say a girl, tu es allé with extra e. Il, always masculine, il matlab he, so il est allé. Elle, that means she, so elle est allé, so with extra e. Now this one, nous sommes allés with extra s. So nous, that means more than one. So if there is more than one voice, they have to say nous sommes allés. This one, because more than one, that's why s. And this one for more than one girls, like nous sommes allés. E for the feminine, S for plural. So nous sommes allés. Vous êtes allés. If I say more than one voice, I will use this one. Vous êtes allés. If there is more than one girl, then vous êtes allés. You went. Ils sont allés. Il always masculine, that's why S. Elles sont allées. More than one, that's why S. And L that is always feminine, so E. So allez. So for the être verb, participe passé always agrees with gender and number. Otherwise, it will be incorrect. Now, negative. How to make negative? We use no and pa to make negative. But where to use no? We have to use no after subject and pa after first verb or verb to make negative. So Nicole est allée en France. So what is the subject? Nicole. So after subject we have to use no, and after the first verb or verb we have to use pa. So what is the verb? Nicole est allée. So a is the verb, first verb, être verb. So after a there is pa. So Nicole n'est pas allée en France. Nicole did not go to France. So Nicole went to France. Nicole did not go to France for the negative. I have told in the beginning there are 14 verbs. Those verbs go with être. So what are those 14 verbs? In the next page you have to remember this picture so you can remember all the verbs. So whatever verbs are there, those verbs go with être. Naître, to born. Mourir, to die. Tomber, to fall. Monter, to go up. Descendre, to go down. Rester, to stay. Aller, to go. Sortir, to go out. Partir, to leave. Entrer, to enter. Venir, to come. Arriver, to arrive. Retourner, to return. Passer, to pass by. Now, there is a trick to remember all the verbs, all these 14 verbs. How? Well, naître, to born. Everyone borns and dies. So, mourir, to die, born, die. How he died? By falling. So, tomber, to fall. When we are in the house, we go up, we go down. So, monter, to go up. Descendre, to go down. And rester, to stay. We stay in a home. So stay. We always don't stay. We go out. So for going there is 3 verbs. Aller, to go. Sortir, to go out. Partir, to leave. And for coming there is 3 verbs. Venir, to come. Arriver, to arrive. Retourner, to return. We enter through the door. So entrer. Sometimes we don't go into the house, but we go in front of the house. So passé. So you can see here. Again I am reading. Naître, to born. Mourir, to die. Tomber, to fall. Monter, to go up. Descendre, to go down. Rester, to stay. Aller, to go. Sortir, to leave. Sortir, to go out. Partir, to leave. Venir, to come. Arriver, to arrive. Retourner, to return. Passer, to pass by. Now you can see the participe passé of the verbs. Aller ending er, and er will be removed, and instead of that er সাথে গু, so aller. Arrive same er, so er will be removed and er সাথে গু. Entrer same mote mote. Partir partir, this is not second group. Passé passé er. Participe passé of nature is ne, any একসাথে গু. Venir same venue, irregular. Retourner er ending, so retourner. Sortir third group, irregular verb, sortir. Descendre ending is dre, so it will be du, descendre. Rester rester, er ending, so er সাথে গু. T'en vais er ending, er সাথে গু, so t'en vais t'en vais. Mourir third group, irregular verb, mort. Mourir mort. Now what is there? It's prefix. Prefix, what is prefix? Something that come in front of the verb, that is called prefix. So if you see any prefix of this verb, then those verb will go with être. For example, venir, to come. So over there you can see venir, venir, and before what is the prefix? De. So the venir, the venir. Venir, what is the prefix? Re, revenue. Entrer, you can see here, and what is the prefix? R, so rentré. This prefix also will go with être.